Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start the week off with some daggum orange text right there, getting that uncut onyx. Let's freaking go. Not the drop I wanted. Oh, gosh, whatever.
Ironmen are said to stand alone, but three brothers chose a different path. And so the group Ironman adventure had begun until one by one, they turned away. And so today, he walks alone. This is SpicyIron Adventures.
A little more green text now, some dragon halberds, get the cash flow rolling. Dang, a spirit seed, looky there. I didn't even know those dropped here. I swear this thing amazes me what it can drop over here. Oh my goodness, the magma mutagen. We now officially have both mutagens. This is getting ridiculous. All I stinking want is the visage and the blowpipe. And I guess the magic staff too. But really all I want is the visage to get started so I don't have to burn through all these freaking anti-venoms. And yet no, it's going to give us the stuff to color coordinate, I guess. Is it 2 and 13 grand to get those drops, and all they are is for the visage? I don't know. I don't think you can use it for anything else. So, yeah, those are going to sit in my bank for freaking forever. And then we'll go from there and just figure out what other magic it wants me to unlock, if you will.
That's it. That's the Serpentine Visage. We have gotten our next orange drop tonight, and this was the one we wanted. This played out just like I wanted to. Oh my gosh, thank the freaking heavens. I think we need to take a chisel to this thing, and then that should make it. We don't want to... I don't know if the chisel dismantles it. I don't want to dismantle it. I might have to Google this thing here real quick just to make sure we don't break this apart into a whole bunch of, what do we call them? Crystal shards. Let's see here. Yeah. Yep. We're going to take a chisel. Oh my goodness, dude. Stoked to get that done. We'll get this thing made real quick. So now that we have gotten these mutagens, where are they at? We're just going to type this in here. We can go back and forth between red, or the blue, and the orange, I guess. And I think if they're really only good... I don't know. I know everybody says the Tanzanite is the way to go, but I really think the magma will just look better with the crystal body. I think that's what we're going to go with. So let's go ahead. I guess what we're doing here, we're going to put the crystal body on here real quick. Let's just see how it matches up with everything. Let's use magma. Change recolor, make it untradeable. You will be able to reverse the change, but will not get the mutagen back. Let's do it. Yes. Boy, let's hope we didn't mess up. I mean, it's not terrible. They got a little red in there to combine it. I think I can roll with that, dude. Yeah, not too bad at all, dude. All right, that makes it look, it's worth it. Getting these two mutagens out of the way. Let's take a quick peek here as we're at the end of the night and we're about to call her quits. But let's go all the way to the bottom, go to Zulrah. So we are at 268 KC and have been absolutely spooned on the two useless mutagens that I don't care anything about. We finally got our Onyx tonight, and we got our Serpentine Visage tonight, which is kind of what we were hoping to get first off. So all we really care about left is going to be this Tanzanite Fang. Magic Fang could be cool, but it's not the end of the world for me. Don't care about the jar. Really don't care about pets that much, but at the same time, we've come up with this idea where any of these bosses that we green log, now that we have a 3D printer, I want to print these things off and put them on like the stand. It's like a little trophy for myself for green logging. And I asked around, and one of the guys was like, you definitely have to include pets, even though I'm not a pet grinder. So we might be doing it, but you know what? Maybe we'll just put a poll up on the screen and you guys can vote pet or no pet to count it. True green log or just all the drops? What do you do? Let me know. Alright, it's been forever since we have done TOA, and now that we have the full crystal, we're going to see if we can knock this out Well, we have a night away from the family. Let's see what we can come up with while we take our break from Zulrah. Apparently, Brian got himself a new personal best at 42 minutes. Oh, I did too? It's team size too. Yeah, that makes sense, of course. And that was with us like roughing it there at the end. Should we zoom in? Dun, 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 dun. There's not going to be anything. What am I doing? I was really hoping to see Brian's purple light. What are we going to get here? Snapdragons, gold ore, emeralds, junk, bank it all. Alright, let's run this back. Hey, Hardcore Raiders complete. What is Hardcore Raiders? Let's go over here real quick. Is it going to tell me? Let's see here. View task. Complete Tombs of Amascut in a group of 2 or more without anyone dying. The sad thing is, that means Brian has died that many times. Oh, good Lord have mercy. Let's see if we get anything on this long run. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm on the other side. What a trick. I thought I was supposed to be on the left as normal. Oh, Cactus finds gold or soul runes. Dadgummit. Run it back. Apparently, while I was trying to see, that is complete number 14, but we also got the Novice Tomb Looter. So that is complete entry mode or above 25 times. So I guess we've done 14 in duos, and then I've done at least 25 or above more than that. I don't know. Interesting. But that was also another PB in time, so 34 or 39 total. Not too bad. Woo, that was a rough one. 40 minutes. We struggled. All right, let's try the blue heart trick. I think that worked last time. Dun 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 dun. There's nothing there. He's already laughing. That sucked. Oh goodness, what do we get? A cache of runes. Let's bank it. We'll grab our cash later. Did you get anything special? No.
Gold bars.
Gold bars and gold ore, baby. It's the gold that makes the world go round. Final round of the night. Brian died crazy early on, so we should have a lot of points for this one. We're going to do our little blue heart here. Let's go. How did I get anti-venom? Nope. Crazy points doesn't mean jack squat.
Let's go.
What'd you get?
Breach of the Scale.
Nice, dude. Brian just got the Breach of the Scarab blue gem. He's headed off to do some cow fight, Queen. But that is it for TOA for the night. I am seeing circles. Alright, and let's take a look at what our cache of runes for the night was. Dude, 1,200 blood runes. That I will actually take. Well, with our next click here, we are over at our stalls again. And boom, that is level 90 thieving right there. So that is another on the step of our way to base 90s. But you've now unlocked the Tsar. And now we get to go to prison for unlocking the Tsar. I kind of thought we were going to be not still thieving once we got that thing. But I guess that's why you always click off. But yeah, man, like I mentioned the other night, or last week, I guess, really, we are doing this pretty AFK, man. This is a super simple method over here. If you see, you can kind of fill up your inventory, and then you just lock them in there, and then you're doing 4 cannonballs, 2 ores, and then you easily just deposit right there because each of these are locked in, and you just keep stacking there. So, love that. Let's take a look here. We got this now flashing, so love that. By the way, I did get another level before at 89, and that actually put us down to 2150 total levels. So this now bumps us up to 2151. There you go. You can now see the Tsars as our level up unlocks. So we're gunning for 91 for this diary. So let's take a quick look. If we come over here to our diaries, and we're going to look for the desert diary. That's what we're working on. Stupid. It's alphabetical, of course. Desert to the top. All right, so let's scroll down to elites and take a look at what we need to get here. Elite, here we go. All right, so all that's good. 95 fletching, we can boost to that, I believe. 91 thieving cannot be boosted to, so we're going to try and get that last one so we can get at the top of pyramid plunder. And then 85 prayer, which have to knock those levels out real quick. That's going to be the holdup because we're at 83. Yeah, 90 fletching. We can do a +5 boost, thieving, and then prayer. So, yeah, dude, a lot coming down the line. And then I think after Brian's unlock last night, we might start going back and mining a little bit more of the Calphite Queen, which again is kind of why I want to get the Desert Elite, so we're not running as far. Well, after our nice little break last night at TOA, good lord, I don't know why I had to think about that. Actually, that was 2 nights ago. I don't think last night we played at all. I don't remember what we did last night. Yeah, last night we didn't play at all. We were just busy and didn't get on. So yeah, 2 nights ago, after our nice little adventure to TOA. Oh wait, what am I doing, dude? I'm so backed up right here as I'm trying to talk. Yeah, dude. Let's see, I don't even know what happened here. Is this here to here? Good lord. Don't talk and drive, boys. Anyways, after that, yeah, we are back at Zulrah, obviously, here. Let's make sure I did this right. Yeah, I did. Alright, we're back. We kind of know what we're doing here. We're not too dumb. Anyways, we're back at Zulrah over here now. And hopefully we can get some drops over here to help out. Mainly the blowpipe being what we're going for here. I was going back and forth if I wanted to run over to the Abyssal Sire or anything and try to finish that Slayer task, because there is a big part of me that wants to get some Slayer stuff done. Especially if we're going to start moving on to... Wow, that could have been bad. Especially if we're going to start moving on to doing some more of the Calphite Queen with my brother in the future. But I figured this was an easy stop for now. Need to eventually get some dinner. And I'll probably go back to thieving when I do this. So this was kind of a nice little just layover while we're chilling at the hotel at the moment. And then we'll head out in a little bit. But, yeah. We'll see. Let's see if we can get something here and then try to end our little grind here for a little bit so we can get back to some other things. But, blowpipe. That's what we're here for. Let's see what we get. After all that tripping over my words. Shark lure, runite ore, Zulrah scales. I'm not gonna lie, I'll take it. I like the shark lure. I gotta start restocking soon on food. It's another thing we've been putting off as we've been doing this grind.
Well, some green Zulrah scales. I guess that's not too bad.
Here we go. We are going for 91 thieving. And 91 thieving, we have accomplished. Let's step away because we messed that up last time, right? But 91 thieving, we can now go into Pyramid Plunder, room number 8, which is exactly what we need. So now we are going to run over here to the bank and see what kind of stuff we have stored away as far as insult heads, because that's what it's going to take here. Otherwise, we might be going off to fight some Vorkath or something just to try to get a bunch of bones to get some prayer levels up. So let's see what we can do. Oh goodness, dude. We typed in insult heads. I thought I had a bunch start up. Let's look at the bones. 168 dragon bones. Well, maybe we're not getting that quite yet. Let's figure out what we need to do to get 85 prayer. We might be mining some blessed bone shards for a while. I really thought we were ready to knock this thing out. Joke's on me. Alright, we're sitting here trying to get up a little bit more. I'm going to get this 10th one here in a second, and then we will pop all these expert loot sacks. But we need those 2 more levels, and so I think the best way to do that is going to be purely just trying to do Hunter here. And it's a skill we need anyways. We could do it with, you know, Vorkath and the other guys, but I decided Rumors was going to be an easy way to, like, force me to do the Hunter skill, and yeah. Rumors, man. They changed the game up a little bit. I don't really like Hunter. Never have. But, hey. Best way to make yourself do something is do it trying to get something else unlocked that you actually need. So, here we are. Here's the other crap, and I probably can just start checking these instead of resetting. Pity drop, I think, is 92. Yeah, there we go. 91, dude. That's, woo. We went all the way almost to the pity. Maybe it's 91. We got the full outfit, so I really have no clue. But, alright, let's go turn these in real quick. Let's get some of these tasks opened. And then that way we can start throwing some more meats back into this perfected Quetzal whistle. Because with the most recent update, we can actually now work on making that an unlimited whistle. And so I've been cooking all the meats, but we are going to start throwing some of these things into here so this can be unlimited. I saw somebody talking about for Mainscape, it's perfect because this is such an easy way to make money now by having all these meats and stuff. And they're not wrong, dude, because it'd be nice to be able to buy a bunch. Herbivore, that's what I like to see, baby. We just pity dropped that earlier too, but at least the pity drop on that's only 12. All right, give me a second, and then let's take a look at what we can get from these 10 sacks. Here we go, 10 expert hunter loot sacks. I forgot you get a lot of bird's nests from this too. There we go, there we go. We're not getting the amount of bone shards I was really hoping we were going to get here. All right, hang on. Let's deposit this stuff real quick. Dun, 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 dun. That's probably an easier way to do this. Can you open them straight in here? No, you can't. All right, another 5. Gosh, I was really hoping for more bones besides all this. Maybe I'm going to be double thinking everything I'm doing here. We're not going to double think. We're just going to keep rolling with this thing. All right, let's drop all this stuff in here, and then let's go throw some things into our whistle. We're going to do a little test here. So now that you can do the unlimited, perfected Quetzal whistle, you have to talk to him. You have to say more options, and then you have to say, I have some more food for the birds. Otherwise, it won't work. But I wonder if he'll take fish too. No, he won't. I was hoping he would take like T-bones and everything like that. So it's still only the stuff you get from Hunter. But yeah, that's your best way. Otherwise, it still goes. Let's see here if I check. You still only get 50 charges, so you got to get up to 10,000 charges worth of food there. So I don't know how viable that option actually is, but that's how you do it if you got all the food just sitting around. If you're on a main account, it's easier that way for sure. Hey yo, 82 Hunter coming in. See, this is why we do this. It's passive Hunter experience for us trying to get prayer bones that don't come. Another 10 expert hunter sacks getting ready to come in here for you. Let's take a look here and see how much we get. Yeah, dude, it's like every 4th one, every 5th one is giving us blessed bone shards. Not incredible, dude. Not incredible. I was kind of hoping for more there. Whew. Well, okay. That's all right. We're going to keep grinding this out, man. You know what? It's good for us. We need to get the hunter stuff in there. And this is just prepping us for later on down the road. Because I think a big thing with, oh gosh, I'm blanking on the name right now. Leagues coming in is going to be about easy hunter. Or, I don't know. I've never done leagues. I don't know what to expect. But I think there's one for hunter. And that was kind of, it looked good to me. I think that's the one I might go for. I don't know. We might actually have to deep dive into it like a couple days before, but we're still 2 weeks out, so who cares? Next 10 coming in hot here. Let's see if we have any better luck this time. We're getting a few more bone shard drops. We'd like to see that. I think it's still about what I could get if I were mining, though. So in order to keep from burnout, we're back over to Abyssal Sire. I can only do so much of Hunter rumors, and I think as I'm looking towards this new leagues coming out, I've never done a leagues before, but I'm looking towards it because I am going to try to do some of it coming up here. But as I'm looking into that, I think that Hunter is going to be a big part of it, with us starting there, I guess. And the rumors, I've been watching a lot of people and what they're having to say because I know nothing about leagues. I think it's a really cool idea. I always felt like it's a waste of experience grind, so we're going to actually try it this time around. But until then, I did want to get a lot of stuff done, and I really don't want to get burnt out on Hunter. So I figured let's try to get this thing knocked out over here where we can finish up. I think we have 100 Abyssal Sires left, or 100 Abyssal Demons. I think I'm going to do majority of them here at Sire. There's a few that I'm kind of second guessing on myself here because we haven't gotten another Unsire drop, and we're almost at 300 KC. But we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I'm thinking in order to make this thing a little bit more interesting, because I mean, this boss really is easy. The only thing you have to worry about is tanking a lot of damage sometimes. But in order to kind of keep me entertained before I burn out on this, because it hasn't been that long,
Let's go to combat tasks, and we want to pull up Abyssal Sire. Let's see what all we would need to do here. So, grow up too fast, kill without any scions maturing. Rebound, use the vengeance spell to reflect damage from the Abyssal Sire's explosion. That is it? That's all I have is those two? Oh my goodness. Also, I don't really want to have to use vengeance. Well, I guess I could. That's easy. I could just swap spellbook for the beginning. Alright, maybe we'll set that up for next time, and then we'll try this. They grow up too fast real quick. So from what I can tell, this task is not like it was back in the day. Back in the day, you could tag a sire and they wouldn't be able to grow up. But from a couple of the videos I've watched, it seems like now you're just going to have to out DPS the thing, unless like these guys were just wrong. See, like I think probably will need to freaking smack these guys here real quick before they grow up. Ah, it's too late already. Ah, freaking A, dude. See, now I'm just gonna be screwed. I don't even want to do that yet. Eat food and just survive. What are the chances that we can knock out 2 at once? Because we butchered it bad earlier, but we've got a crap ton of runes now. So let's try to knock out both of these things. So we're going to swap spellbook. Ancient. Shadow Barrage. Should bring it back there. There we go. And then now we're back to Lunars. So now we go over here. Here. Cast vengeance on ourselves. And now we just go back to the same old, right? I don't think it has to be the final blow. I honestly have no clue. He hits me. Alright, so can we count that now? I don't know. We'll find out if that works at the very end. Unbelievable, dude. You can't out DPS this stuff. They're already. I can't even use words right now. And apparently I can't hit right now either. Holy freaking cow, dude. Did that. I think it's got to be at the end if I remember correctly. Let's go back and look at this combat task. Demonic rebound. Use vengeance spell to reflect damage from his explosion. That's what it was. So you got to be really healed up for this. Well, we got the task done. We just died in the process. Oh, gosh. But you know what? Demonic rebound is done. I'm getting burnt out on this thing already, dude. I haven't even been doing it that long. Well, that's the end for this week. I really wish we had more that we could have showed you guys this week. And by this week, I mean 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks that we've been kind of grinding on what you guys saw here today. It was a slow week, man. Busy week. Lots of family life stuff going on. So figured, you know, at no point putting out a video last week with just, I don't know, 2 hours worth of playing content. That's kind of, again, that's what our whole episode is here, right? We're literally living life and trying to game at the same time. And just, you fit it in where you can fit it in, man. That's just kind of how the game goes. So we're out here, you know, doing what we can, man. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. When you do, like, I really do appreciate it. It means the world to me. Always fun to kind of see how many guys are watching the video and stuff like that. So do really appreciate it, man. Hopefully we'll have some more stuff for you guys coming up. Had a great start to the week there with some of those Zulrah drops, and then just kind of went dry. Not even dry, just didn't get what I wanted. And so I kind of just gave up hope there. And then as you saw, we've been bouncing around and we've officially carried on the Slayer grind. We are still pushing towards that level 85 prayer, but I think Ensouled Heads might be the play for a little bit. I think a lot of this is going to come down to making sure I'm doing my Slayer. And maybe we'll get up those 2 levels there this coming week. So come watch us here in the future as we continue this Slayer grind and as we start preparing, because as soon as Leagues goes live, we are going to switch over. We're going to do our first ever League, and I think what I will do is I will hop onto TikTok and live stream everything as we learn as a first time
leaguer, if that's what you want to call it. So, stay tuned. Catch us on the next one right before Leagues releases, and I will see y'all then. Shoots!